What's happening, everyone? Jim from JCRC back again. Just tearing apart the twin hammers slightly so I can get access to the electronics. I have the 85 that I took back out of the WL toys because it has these blacked out wires on it, and this Spectrum SR415 4-channel receiver that's plastic dipped. Going to install both of these into the twin hammers real fast here. I'm also going to steal the winch controller slash air quotes light controller out of here since it's already plastic dipped, and I'm going to move that over to the WL Toys. Reason being, I just plastic dipped the WL Toys light controller. It's going to take about 24 hours to dry. This is a lot easier to take apart than the WL Toys. So I figured I might as well just take the light controller out of here, put it in the WL toy since it's kind of a pain in the butt, and that's primarily what I'm working on today anyways. So I'm just going to take this guy apart real fast and strip some stuff out of it, put some other stuff into it, and we'll move back over to the Amphibious WL toys. And I might as well unpause that because I've got most of these screws already loose to begin with. From the last time that I tore this apart, I installed all the screws back in here, just kind of half-assed, excuse the expression, just so I could get easy access to them again, because I knew I was going to be doing this. So a little bit of, I guess this one's stuck in here pretty good. I'm going to have to whip out the wrench for this one. And that is the wrong size. And that's the wrong size too. We'll get it on one of these guys. Man, 3 sizes that are wrong. This is the stuff that you miss off camera. Me bouncing through wrenches here. And we are almost there. A couple more screws here, 1 second. And we are back. Should come apart here. And voila, she is open. And what do we got here? This is what I'm kind of going for right now, is this here light controller. This guy right here, I'm just going to pop out real fast. I guess if I can pop it out real fast. Hopefully it doesn't peel the plastic dip off of it in the process, or because I've got this double-sided tape down here. Ugh. You know, I don't know, man. This thing is double-sided taped in here, so I can pull on it and pry on it and maybe get it out of here without damaging the plastic dip, but I'm not too sure on that. That's a tough call. Like I said, it's going to be about 20 hours before the other one dries, and I plan on getting that WL Toys back up and running here within the next 2 hours. You know, providing enough time to get this axle slash prop installed here, so I think I'm going to try to pop this off here off camera. That way, if I cuss and swear, you guys won't be hearing it. 1 minute. Aha! Got it. Got it. It's kind of gently stuck a screwdriver down on the edge there and pried up along the edge of the body here, from the back and from this corner right over here, just to safely remove this without peeling off any of the plastic dip. So give me a second to peel off this double-sided tape and get the double-sided tape out that's stuck down in here on the bottom of the chassis, or on the belly pan or skid plate or whatever you want to call it there, and we'll get to putting the WL Toys back together. Like I said, this one's gonna have to. I'm gonna wait on putting this one back together until the new light controller dries. So let me strip this stuff off, strip that off, and get it all cleaned up and good to go. I'll close the lid on this guy, put the screws back in again, half-ass once more, and then we'll move on to the WL toys. And we are back briefly. Unfortunately, I still have the winch power lead female connector on this winch controller. Same on my lights. I don't know if the camera's even hitting on this over here, but same on my lights over here. So I need to change this over to a male futaba, and I need to change this to a female futaba. And in order to do that, this part's easy. This part's gonna be easy too, I guess, but I'm gonna have to sacrifice a wire to do that. And I've got a little box of wires here. So I'm just gonna have to use one of these extensions and cut it in half so I can scavenge the male and female futaba connector on here. So a couple minutes for that, and then we'll be back over to the WL toys. And I don't know if this iron is heated up enough or not, but we're gonna give it a try here. And mental note, whenever you're soldering wires, it's a lot easier to put your shrink wrap on before you solder the wire, because you'll have a hell of a time doing it afterwards. And my iron isn't quite warm enough yet. Usually if you put the soldering iron underneath the wire, it should be warm enough to pull the solder through the wire from the other side. Trying to clean it up a little bit here, get off some of this excess. And that is good enough. Good enough for my quality. We are good to go. And you gotta love the shrink wrap, especially if it gets too hot on the end and you gotta cut it a little bit to open it back up. And we'll let those little guys cool down for a second here. A little bit warm. My third wire here, the white one that I'm not using. And I put another piece of shrink wrap, a bigger piece further down the line here. That way I can slide it back over top of all of these wires. Why? Because I like to do overkill on everything. And I should probably do this off camera so you guys aren't just watching me try to do this, but she's golden, man. Good to go. And I already did this side off camera. Alright, one quick break here. Alright, we are back. We are back to the twin hammers here. I've got the twin hammers receiver, speed controller for the twin hammers, and I'm just going to set both of this stuff in here because once again I need to wait for the light controller that's being plasticked up currently to put into here, because I'm going to put this one into the WL Toys. So right now I'm pretty much just done with the twin hammers for the moment. Probably till later on this evening, or well, not later on this evening, but till tomorrow evening, I'll put this guy back together. Excuse me there, I had a little bit of gas. So at the moment, this guy is just going to be getting closed up, and I'll run the screws in loosely once more just to kind of keep all this crap in check. Yeah, if I can. And I got battery cables getting in the way back here. There we go. Put my little hook cable thingamabobber back on under here. Alright, so I'm just going to run these screws in once again, just going to start them and then put this guy off to the side.